I hope you people are able to see my presentation, the slides.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So a very warm good evening to all of you. And I just welcome you all for this FELD session, Friday FELD session. The book that I have chosen for giving the session today is The Millionaire Booklet by Grant Cardone. So first of all, I would like to mention why I read this. So I just read to understand how the people are making the money, what the big people or the successful people are applying the strategy. So that was in my mind. And I want to become the first millionaire of my family. I want to set up my own company, my own coaching firm. So all these thought made me to read this booklet, The Millionaire Booklet by the Grant Cardone. So let's understand about the author, some information about the author. He is the creator of the 10x rule, and he inspires the people to act boldly on the big goals. He's the author of Be Sold, and if you are not the first, you are the last. And his condition was also not good. He was also from a poor family and addicted to some bad habits. And after that, he learned how to become the millionaire. He is hosting the TEDx Growth Conference, the world best, biggest business event. And he has written the book 10x Rule also. So his motto of the life is that whatever you are doing in your life, just amplify it with the 10x rule. Means if you are just giving the time one, just a second.
Is it me only who was not able to hear?
No, no, just I
No, even
stopped.
I am not able to hear. I think
One
Rajeshwari has
second,
stopped.
guys. Yes, once again. Yeah. So he hosts the 10x Growth Conference, one of the world biggest business event. So what was the motive of the writer to write this book? Actually, he was attending a charity event, and the people were just came. Lots of people, big people, they came, and they were trying to collect 2 million amount. And what he noticed that this 2 million means 50,000 was given by 6 to 10 people. The rest amount 50,000 were given by 4 people, and the last 1 million was given by a single person. So he came home and he told his wife that today I'm going to write something innovative that will help people to earn the money, to become the first millionaire, how to earn the big amount of the money. So that was the motto. And I already told you what is my motto, because I too, whatever, it's the motto of everyone, whatever we are doing in this life, somewhere we want the financial freedom in our life, financial stability in our life. So with that motto, I just read this book. Two biggest takeaways I will be sharing in this. This is a booklet, and it contains only 40 pages. In a single go, you can read this. It's a very small but very good book to read. The first chapter is Getting Rich is Not a Fantasy. So what the Cardone emphasizes that becoming rich is possible for anyone, regardless of current economic status. Whether you are in the job, whether you are a big guy or small guy, anyone can become the rich. Many people believe that wealth is out of reach or a matter of luck, but he argues it's a matter of mindset plus action. He challenges some common myths also in this book. Saving is the solution. Till now, our parents has taught us that if you are in a job, save some amount of your salary for the bad days or all that, or just save it so that you can utilize it in your future. But he just challenged this myth that saving is not the solution. It will not create a huge amount of wealth. Some of the people tell that if you are young, if you start the journey in the young stage, if you are in the 20 or 21, you will be making more money. Some of the people say that if you are old enough and have the experience, you will become rich. And the first thing he emphasized on one thing, that if you want to become the millionaire, you should take the offensive approach, not the defensive one. मतलब हम लोग लाइफ में सिक्योरिटी को ज्यादा ध्यान देते हैं, तो एट दैट टाइम इफ यू आर ऑन द, if you are doing all the things with the security safe mode में रह के, तो you can't attain a good amount of wealth. So you must be offensive, take more risk and challenges in your life. Now the second chapter is where you get your advice. It's very essential with whom we are connecting or with whom we are taking the advices, financial advices. Cardone wants that much financial advice comes from people who themselves struggle with the money, which means we are taking the advices from the people who has not done. Suppose if I want to become the millionaire, I must be sitting with the people who have made this amount in their life, not with the person who is working in a job and getting or earning only 50,000. So I should not be in contact of those people. Second thing has told that instead of saving the money, what we can do, we can model and learn from people who are already wealthy and successful, study their habits, decision and mindset. Also, he points out society often discourages wealth seeking, making it seem taboo or unrespectable. As I told you that I want to become the millionaire, as we people are hanging out in a good community, we know this can be a possible. But if I will say this to my mother or my father or to my brother and sister, they will just simply laugh, or even my colleagues from with whom I am working, because still people feel that it's not a realistic goal of earning the million money. So you must be very focused with whom you're taking the advice. In this book, Grant Cardone has shared 8 steps to become the millionaire. The first one is the millionaire decision. The first formal step is making the concrete decision that you will become rich. It's not just a hope, but a commitment. Suppose if you want to become the millionaire, you must be very committed. You must have the faith that you will become that person. He notes over 80% of the millionaires are self-made. In his analysis, reinforcing that wealth is accessible through one's own decision and action. Must discard middle class thinking, setting for just enough, and adopt a mindset that seeks. Here also, if you want to earn $1 million money, you must discard the middle class thinking. As we have, हमें बार बार बोला जाता है in our day to day life कि आपकी जितनी हैसियत है उतना ही पैर पसारो. Nobody says that we can increase that of ours. जो भी हमारा फाइनेंशियल नॉलेज है, बाय इंप्रूविंग दैट आई कैन अर्न द मनी. नो वन टीचेस. जैसा है उसी तरह से रहो, पैसे पेड़ पे नहीं उगते. वी हैव heard all these things, isn't it? So first of all, when you want to become the millionaire or the first millionaire of your family, or want to earn huge money, you must take a strong decision that I can do this, and have the full faith, and according to that just take the action. It can be done. The second step is millionaire math. This is the most important thing. Kindly just pay the attention. Cardone explained that becoming a millionaire can be broken down into simple math. Earning X amount in Y years or selling product to Z people. The purpose to make the goal believable by putting numbers to it, breaking down the pathways. Without belief, you don't act. Miss, here you have to do some math. Just I will help you to understand that math properly in my next slide. The simple math is here that just I'm giving the example. Suppose you have to collect 1 million sticky notes. So what's the 3 things you will keep in your mind, that whether 1 million sticky notes are available in this world or not? Second thing, who has that million sticky notes and how can I get it? So suppose your target is to earn 1 million. You have to notice whether it is available in the market or not. If it is available in the market, who is having that 1 million and how can I get it? Here I have pasted one chart that is from the book. Suppose you want to earn $1 million, what you will do? From your salary, you have to earn 50K for 20 years. If your salary is 100K, you have to earn for 10 years. Like this, you can earn the $1 million. Second thing, if you are in the product, if you're making the product or the courses, what you will can do, suppose you have the price of your product 200, you can sell it to 5,000 people. If your price is 500, you can sell it to 2,000. So this is the chart. So when you are trying to earn 1 million, you just calculate how it can be done. If you are in the products or the services you are selling, what will be your target and how much you will sell and to how many people. You must be doing this calculation. So this is the most important thing that I learned from this booklet. Now, the fifth chapter is, and the step third is increase the income. If I'm having only one source of income, I can't become a millionaire in my life. So what I will do, I will try to increase my source of income. What I will do, if I'm in a job, I will take out 1 or 2 hours and invest on learning any new skill, then teaching to someone. If I'm a content creator, I can write the content for anyone. If I'm in the designing, I can design. If I'm making the digital product, I can make it. If I can write the ebooks also. So like this, we should be just try to start so many other hustle to earn the money. You don't depend on a single thing. So this is the third step that he has shared. Now, the fourth one and the most important learning, I just told you that all the things are same. You have heard about this, but two things you must keep from my session. Must do the calculation, the millionaire math, just I told you. And this one, chapter 6, who got your money? Suppose you want to earn the money, you must be able to know all that money is with whom. किसके पास वो पैसा है? You hang out with those people and just try to communicate whether they are able to buy your product or not. What your services will bring uh, a solution in their life. So Grant Cardone was having the habit. He used to attend lots of seminar and webinar. So he used to tell his wife and the people whom he used to teach, that you must just see whenever you are going to any seminar or webinar or any social circle also, just see who are the wealthy people, who are the rich people, and just communicate with them what are the products will bring some solution in their life. So we must hang out with the people who is having the money, not with the people who is not having the money. Otherwise, at last you will be also a broke. Now, the fifth step is, suppose you started earning the money. In the initial days, what happened when the people earn lot of amount, what they do, they start spending a lot, isn't it? So we don't have to do that. Grant Cardone, when he started earning a lot of money, what he did, he used to keep the money in separate accounts, which was not accessible easily to him. Why? Because he don't wanted to do the over expenditure on the things, on the luxury item. He just stayed broke for so many years. Whatever he was earning, he just invested, so that or he started some other forms from where he get the money. उन्होंने पैसे को और पैसा अर्न करने के लिए लगाया. So this we must be keeping in mind when you have started making good amount of money. Just don't keep it accessible. Try to be broke. Don't buy the luxury items in the initial days. Put all that money in just growing your skill or starting a new source of income for you. So this was also great learning for me. And be highly disciplined in the initial days. Step 6 is save to invest, don't save to save. Still now, from our parents, I have just heard save it for the retirement or just save it for the bad days. So if you are saving also, just whatever the money you have, just invest it. Don't save it to save your life. Saving just for saving sake isn't enough. The goal of saving is to invest, to make money work for you. He points out that the typical emergency fund mindset is different from wealth building. mindset. Focus resources toward asset investment that multiply. One thing I would like to tell you from the book, the main tagline of this book is that in our Indian culture, very less people know from where they will get the money. If they are earning the money, they don't know how to multiply it. This is the biggest thing that I too have noticed. So he has written this book only that people should know from where the money come. If the money is coming in their life, how they should know to multiply it. So this was the main thing that I missed to share in the initial slides. Now, number 7 is multiple flows of income. Already I have told you that relying on a single income stream is risky. It encourages creating multiple income flows, but with care. Suppose you have started one of your farm or one of your income stream. When you start the another one, you must take care of the first one or do something that both are aligned. That first one you should not ignore when you are putting your hand in the second. He has told about that also. One warning: don't add a second income that's completely unrelated and then neglect both. It happens some of the time when we go to the second source of income, we just left out the first one. So he's telling us that just do something that both are aligned. And if you're not able to focus, hire someone who will look after the first source of income for you. So we must be having multiple flows of income in our life. Now, number 8 is repeat, reinforce, and hyper focus. Wealth building is not one time event. It's about repetition, reinforcement, and cultivating massive focus. He encourages going beyond just making a million to setting much larger goals, multi-million, and relentlessly focusing on them. Also expect criticism or pushback when you change your mindset and level. When you will just start developing something new, the people with whom you are hanging out, they will just ignore you, or just they will feel that you have stopped giving time to them. It's okay, just ignore them and hang out with other mindset of people who are in the learning zone, who are committed to their goals and all. Leave the old friends and known one. This is very essential when you are on the path of making millions. You have to leave your old friends. Now, what's the final thought that I would like to share from this book is this book is concise but highly effective. Grant Cardone approach is direct, no fluff, focusing on mindset. Suppose you want to become a millionaire, first you have to work on the mindset, then take the action and income will come in your life. The formula in brief is decide. First of all, you have to decide how much you want to earn in a single month or in a year. Miss a map of earning, then increase the income slowly, whatever the target you have made for the first month and the second month, and like this. And stay disciplined. Save for investment, not for the how the few for the emergency. Then build multiple flows and repeat and scale it. Throughout, the emphasis is on offense. As I told you that you don't play on the defensive mode, just have the offensive, break your comfort zone, and just hang out with the like-minded community, or just have just model the people who have achieved more in their life. So this was all from this book, and you can follow me on different social media platform. I don't know, only one link is showing. So thank you so much. This was all about from my side. Thank you so much. If anyone would like to ask me or add their own experiences or the takeaways, they can go ahead.
So now the nation wants to know, Rajeshwari, how are you applying it?
This calculation of the, as I told you that my relationship with the money was not good. during the childhood, as I have seen my father struggling for the money, and I was very hesitant to ask for the money. And I'm doing one course with you also. Uh, uh, so I was not knowing the target, how much I want to earn. Second thing, that somewhere I'm hanging out with the people who don't have the money. This I realized from this book. I'm now searching for the people who is having the money for my product and services. So this is the biggest thing that I realize. Hang out with those people who is having the money. So this is a really a good take. When I read, just it blown my mind. I should be hanging out with those people who is having money. And whenever I'm going to any seminar and webinar, I must be taking the phone numbers, contacts of the people, so that in the future I can connect and communicate with them. So this was my biggest take. So he's having the money, just hang out with them.
Yeah, you are the average of 5 people you spend most of your time with.
Yes, sir.
So pick those 5 people who you want to spend most of your time with. Then apply the principles that we read in the book. We read in the book how to become a people magnet, so that
Yes.
they also get attracted to you. You are also in their list.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and once that happens, it's magic all around. Brilliant,
Yes, sir.
great sharing. The way you put the book, awesome, simply awesome.
Thank you, sir. Gaurav, sir, want to share something?
Yes, good evening all. So Rajeshwari ji, first of all, thank you so much. You helped us to go through one book within 15 minutes or so. Very crisp, very clear, and the way you have communicated in the slides also very nicely done. So
Thank
thank you for that. And my reflection, of course, because I work with the finance because I'm in procurement. So every time big crores and crores contract we finalize, negotiation we do. So always around the money. So
you.
my
Yes.
money break the kind of myth broke almost 5 to 10 years back, I can say. Like example, even in train, I'm very clear to travel in second AC. If there is a option of second AC versus flight, I prefer flight. This is the way we start giving us because that's the way our mindset get broadened. No one will be going to become a poor by spending on themselves, on investing on themselves, as well as giving the good lifestyle to the family. And
Yes.
there we try to always save. I can share one example. Like sometime my wife say, why not बेटा भी छोटा है उसकी जब ट्रेन की बुकिंग करो तो don't opt for the seat. I said why? इससे हमें कुछ नहीं फर्क पड़ने वाला, ये छोटे छोटे स्मॉल है बट उसमें ना मैसेज बच्चों को ही जाता है कि हमें कम में मैनेज करना है. When my kid also select any toy, sometime I'm sharing 3 years back incidents. He selected one toy. I said, why you selected this one? He said, ये सबसे सस्ता था. मैंने कहा बट ये सबसे अच्छा नहीं है. तो मैं कहा तुम प्राइस मत देखो, प्राइस टैग मुझे देखने दो. तुम अपने बेस्ट चूज करो जो तुम्हें दो चाहिए. So this is the way we should start giving the message to our family, and rightly said by Pinaki ji, we are the average of 5 people around us. So always be with the people who has the mindset. They always talk about growth. I have very good friend of mine which I left because of that reason. Because जब भी मैं growth की बात करता हूँ कहते हैं, गौरव करेगा क्या grow करके और कितना करेगा. So I understood that he can be good friend, but not for the maybe the financial matters. I should not share my successes. He may feel bad, as well as he may ask me those kind of question. Even I started thinking his way. So thought of reflecting. I think mindset you rightly pointed, Rajeshwari ji. Mindset is the biggest thing to have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Shruti, you want to share something?
Shruti? Okay.
Hi Rajeshwari. Rajeshwari, like the session was incredible. And a lot of times we say that, ki what you want from universe, everything resonates to get the same message for you. Okay, so today evening I was discussing with one of the colleague in office of creating a passive income, and I have been talking about it in different group. I have my own business plan that I have already written from last 5 years. Okay, 2020 Corona came, I wrote it then. Till now, it is not implemented. So I was talking to somebody in office, sharing my plan, and he said, Ki, why don't you start? What is holding you? The plan is so good. I said, my comfort level of being in the job. Okay, that is the only thing. There is no other reason. So, and that thing happened today at 4 or 5 p.m. in the office. And now at 8:30, you are again talking about creating a passive income. So, I'm getting that message from universe that this is something I really need to take action.
Yes.
So my biggest takeaway out of that session was creating a passive income and not depending on one stream of income.
Yes, dear.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rajeshwari. I think this book sounds good. I will definitely try to read it soon.
Yes, I will send you the PDF. Only 40 pages are there. One go, you can read it.
Pinaki shared that PDF.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much.
Rajeshwari, wonderful presentation. And my big takeaway that save the money for investment, not just for saving.
Yes.
And I was really in the mindset from the childhood, since childhood, कि यार save करो, बीमारी में काम आएगा, kind mindset. But now I got it, this really wonderful statement about this saving the money for investment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So
Keep
now
going. Now.
I'd like to call.
One small thing. I was in Delhi, small incident I'm sharing with you. I was in Delhi yesterday morning. One financial advisor whom I was thinking to meet, he's going to manage my PMS portfolio management. So I never met with him. I just said, "Can we meet?" He was going from Saket, maybe Pinaki ji knows because he's in Delhi NCR. So he was going to his office. He said, "Gaurav, can we meet now?" I said, "But you are going to your office from Saket to some other place." He said, "No, I can take U-turn." उसने यू टर्न लिया मॉर्निंग 7:30 and 9 o'clock he was at my house in Faridabad. And we discuss and lot, but वो पॉइंट मेरे माइंड में रह गया कि पैशन एनर्जी आपकी ऐसी होनी चाहिए कि आप and of course money is the one, money will be the factor. 100% he's going to get the money from me because he's going to manage my accounts and everything. But this is the way we attract like-minded people, which Pinaki ji said. I thought of sharing this point also. Like अभी जस्ट बोल के हटे है ना श्रुति भी, करना है तो कर डालो, बिजनेस करना है तो मतलब किस चीज का वेट कर रहे हो, एक ही लाइफ है और वो कभी नहीं आएगा, वन फाइन डे नेवर कम्स. Yeah,
True,
back to you.
Gaurav. True, Gaurav. Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
One fine day is the day right now that you have. That's why you came up with this idea. Every time you think about one fine day, it's already there right now.
Yes.
And it's all about right-minded people, not just like-minded people. Right-minded people अभी सेशन में बैठे हैं, like-minded people तो सेशन के बाहर है.
True.
So now I will be just inviting Bikash sir to just share his wonderful insight, and he's also sharing a very wonderful book, Dopamine Detox. So you're getting everything, how to make the money and then how to detox all the negative things from our life.
Great. So, thank you, Rajeshwari ji. I got stuck in one another meeting, ad hoc meeting. Actually, I got, so I missed your session, but definitely I will watch the recording because I think I have listened all the good things about how it went well and how much impactful it is. Definitely, I would love to watch the recording. So let me share my screen. So as Rajeshwari has already announced, this book, right, the Dopamine Detox, I will be discussing this book, and we will be doing this particular book. We'll cover this book in 2 sessions. I don't want to prolong the session too long because again, we all know that the attention span of everyone has already decreased in this age. So let's do it in split manner so that we won't allow our dopamine to think about something else, food or dinner or Netflix movie Friday night, whatsoever. Okay, having said this, let me quickly go to the agenda of this book that we are going to cover. Right. So we will understand what is dopamine, okay, and what dopamine is not. That also we'll understand. Then we will understand how this neurotransmitter is helpful and where it is not helpful. It is creating some serious problem in our life, in our day-to-day life. That also we'll understand. Okay. Then we will understand the dopamine detox solution. What is dopamine detox solution? Is like what are the different types of solutions or detox mechanism available and how it can help us, and what need to be done and what should not be done during those detox days, right? That we will discuss, and we will discuss the implementation framework, how there is a very nice 3-step method that author has discussed. So we will discuss about that 3-step method for successful detox, okay, including identifying distraction, adding friction, and morning routine. These are the 3 things that we will discuss, right? Very, very important. Probably up to this we will try to cover today. And the next one also I'll give some insight, but we will go deeper maybe in the next week. The next one talks about productivity integration, how the 3 pillars of the productivity creates a foundation of increased attention span by embracing the dopamine detox. The three type of dopamine detox. Any one also, if you start implementing in your life, you will see that the productivity integration happens, and how it is comprising of the 3 pillars, that also we'll discuss. And finally, we'll discuss the science and consideration, right? The balanced perspective on the scientific validity and practical implementation of dopamine fasting. This we will discuss definitely in the next session. So let's start understanding what is dopamine. So before going to this, actually I wanted to understand your view, because this is not a new concept definitely, and I want everyone to be in an interactive mode. So please share your view. What is dopamine and why it is important, and why it is a kind of hype word, right, these days. Anyone wants to share?
It's a happiness chemical.
Happiness
It
chemical.
generates
Okay.
happiness, and it's a chemical which is released when we feel good about something.
Yes, yes. About happiness chemical particularly we'll discuss. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a popular belief, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a kick that you need to motivate yourself and get going with whatever you need to accomplish.
Yes, yes, Padma. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's very true. It's actually kick, the desire, the want, right? Which actually motivates us to take action, to get something bigger, to get something attractive, to get what we really desire, or maybe some kind of attention that we seek from others. So what should be done, that we do for the dopamine, right? Or through by that trigger of dopamine. Yeah. Anyone else want to share
It's
anything?
pleasure, kind you can say. It gives pleasure and reward. Release when
Pleasant word. Yes,
experience
Rekha.
something rewarding, like
Yes.
eating your favorite food, achieving your goal.
Yes.
You feel good at that time. You feel that pleasure, and
True.
it's motivation to go further.
Yes. Yes. We'll discuss about this also. How actually pleasure and happiness are different, and which one we should choose, and on which instance we will get, that also we'll discuss. So let's go and understand how author is trying to make us understand. I have actually simplified even little greater extent, to a greater extent. The wordings might not be same as it is mentioned in the book. So what is dopamine? It is a neurotransmitter. Okay, it is a neurotransmitter which actually creates the desire in us, the want or the desire, the kick, what actually we discussed just before. But again, what dopamine is not, it is not a pleasure chemical. or happiness hormone. Why? Anyone wants to share why? This is a popular belief actually. People think that is a pleasure chemical because it seems that we are getting pleasure when the dopamine kicks in, right? We eat the burger that we really like, and the dopamine actually gives a signal that yes, this is that we want and we will eat. And once we get that burger, are we really getting pleasure or the happiness that we really seeking?
No.
No. Yeah, that is what actually the answer. So it is we can say that it is a molecule of more. That means we get we get a desire to achieve more. But once we get that, then that happiness, the feeling of happiness actually subsides or stops. So it is definitely not a pleasure chemical. But definitely it is, we can say that it is a molecule of more. It is a neurotransmitter which actually kicks the desire in us, kicks the desire to get something more and more. That is why it is called molecule of more. Okay. So how it gets tricked today? So if it is if dopamine is actually creating the desire that is really needed for us, because we all want more and more and more, right, in our life. So definitely, what is the bad part of it? Definitely, it is a good thing that everyone should be seeking. So why actually people feel that, okay, this is not so good thing and we should go for a dopamine detox? For that matter, this book itself is about dopamine detox. If it is the molecule of more, and we at this age are looking for more and more and more success, more fame, name, or more what do you say, money, whatever it is. Any idea? Anyone wants to-
Is it because we blindly do it? We create a habit on this without realizing the real need and what is that we really require, or
Yeah, to some extent, yes. You are very close.
Maybe it's a kind of a addiction because excess of everything is bad.
Like screen
Yes.
addiction. Screen addiction releases more and more and more dopamine, and we become addict because of
Yes.
that continuous secretion of sound, continuous release of dopamine. That is,
Yes.
the dopamine detox is needed. That
Yes.
actually withdraws our energy. That secretion of dopamine, it withdraws our energy at that time. So we need to detox that dopamine.
Yes, exactly.
and
So
also maybe it stops making you think logically, like you don't think
yes,
logically and
yes, very true. Yeah, almost
think
most
it-
of the points are actually covered. Very nice
I
point.
think
Thank
it,
you all for sharing. Yeah,
I
go
think
ahead.
it goes in too much of craving.
Too much of craving, yes. And
Distraction.
actually, we become numb, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is
Go ahead.
also the focus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Focus.
The focus also decreases, right? We will discuss why the focus decreases. And there is a relation between procrastination and dopamine. That also we'll understand. That is very important. And I think everyone will be definitely looking to understand how procrastination and dopamine are connected. Once we understand this particular logic and relationship, right, it will be very easy for us to decide what to do and when to do, how much to do. Okay, we will cover that. So what dopamine is not we understood. Now let's understand how it gets tricky today. The trick that most of the companies, organizations that they make, then understood actually how our brain actually functions. How our brain functions once they understood, they have created the tools, the apps in such a manner that they are very much hooked. We are getting hooked to their apps and tools. And what is the benefit? The more time we spend in their app, they are the one who are going to be most benefited. So that is the trick that they are doing. So every time the notification kicks in, right? Or the notification of someone has liked our video, or something new has popped in. Okay, some sensational news came, or something like very much interesting. It appears to be interesting. Maybe some Trump has kind of made a new tariff implemented or something. Okay, how it is going to impact, or how it is going to benefit me, GST benefit, whatever it is. I'm not saying all those things are not needed, but they create, or the companies create those is created in 10 different formats. We feel like, yes, it is really important, and let me read this also, and we get hooked to it. And it is a vicious cycle. It never ends unless until we come to a very awareness zone, right? So have you just try to reflect in past 1 week, or even in past 1 or 2 days? Have you ever faced a situation where something very important is need to be done? Okay, and you set with an intention, with a determination that okay, in next 30 minutes I'll be finishing this, and after 10 minutes or 15 minutes the notification, like the ping happens, and you think that okay, let me just see what is that actually. Just that particular notification I'll attend and I'll come back, and you see that it is not just one notification. Like it's a series of things that you have done it. Like, so suppose after seeing the notification in the WhatsApp, you see another 2-3 things are also lying down, which seems important or interesting. Okay, and you see another click of a link of YouTube. You click that YouTube link. Okay, what is that? Then again you scroll, or maybe a Facebook link, and then you never know, 10 to 15 minutes are over, sometimes even more also. Anyone face this kind of situation?
Almost every day.
Yes. Thanks for being candid, Padma.
Even right now, it's happening.
Right. Yeah, it's already 30 minutes. I think it is done.
Yeah,
That
it's
is how
already
it is.
happening. Because क्या बोल रहे और सुनो बैठो सुनो.
Exactly.
Right. So thanks for being candid.
Just adding one point, just interrupting you. Sorry for that.
Yeah, sure.
There must be like balanced release of dopamine, not less, not more. We should
Mm-hmm.
work on that. How to make it
Yes.
dopamine release? It should be in a controlled amount.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, Gaurav, you have raised your hand.
So, yes, Bikash, one point which I can say, every one of us are distracted. Every one of us giving the gyan to other कि don't get distracted. नोटिफिकेशन ऑफ कर दो, सबने नोटिफिकेशन ऑफ भी किए हैं, फिर भी नोटिफिकेशन को देख रहे हैं every moment.
Yes.
So it is very powerful that distractions and dopamine releases. I think
Yes.
we don't know how to come out from this.
Yes.
Majority of us must be suffering from that.
Very,
It's
very
always
true.
dil
And
mange.
thanks for being
It is
candid. Yeah.
always dil mange more.
Yes.
दिल मांगे more, but we'll understand actually हमारा दिल actually क्या मांगता है, right? We think that दिल is मांगता है more, but वो more क्या है वो समझ में नहीं आता है ठीक से, हम गलत चीज में फंस जाते हैं.
Yeah.
उसको हम समझेंगे.
So Bikash, one thing I will share. Last week my coach was telling me one thing कि Gaurav, this time is easiest time to get successful because whole world is distracted.
Exactly, very true.
फोकस लेके आके कर लोगे ना whatever you want to achieve, 1-2 महीने भूल जाओ सारी दुनिया को, क्योंकि सारी दुनिया तो बिजी है. कोई भी फोकस नहीं है. So this is the easiest time to bring money to get success.
Exactly, I 100% agree to it. So अभी इस टाइम एक्चुअली ये टाइम बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है एंड वेरी मच फ्रूटफुल भी है, क्योंकि एज यू सेड सब इसमें फंसे हुए हैं. एंड इस आफ्टर फ्यू years, or maybe in next 1 or 2 years, the definition of rich will be also changing. So one who is able to focus for a longer time. One who is able to direct their mind to what actually they want to do for the time period they want to keep. Okay, they want to keep their attention intact. They are going to be called as rich person. And we know they will be having the real richness also, because this is something is going to be really vital and important. And people who are highly distracted, they will be poor. The mental health is going to take over actually. That is the main thing which is going to be counted. So we need to, now that we are understanding this concept, I praise all to not just listen this as a theoretical thing, right? Please try to implement whatever we are going to discuss today. Try to implement. We will again meet next week and we will share our experiences and we will see further what next actually can be done. And this is what actually is going to bring the real difference in our life. That's my intention. So I'll not take more time, maybe 10-15 minutes. That's all I want. But please make some notes what exactly you want to do. Okay. So how actually it is tricking, we understood. Now why this matters, that also we understood. Because the company makes most of the money. The ads actually are always floating. And the more time period we spend scrolling, we tend to get to see more ads, and we get to, like, maybe we are clicking those ads, and that's where actually all the revenue gets generated. So this is how actually the dopamine works. Now going further, we will understand what is overstimulation crisis. Okay, this is very, very important. Now, what are the key problems actually we will discuss here? If the dopamine is getting what is overstimulation? We all understand, right? Overstimulation is a state where actually we have the notification came, and if it is really important to attend, if I have attended that and come back, then it is just normal course of action. But if I went and been completely hooked, completely kind of lost my control, and the stimulation is high and the time has lapsed, then that is a state of author is saying or terming as overstimulation. And because of that overstimulation crisis, what happens actually, the dopamine gets triggered more and more. And the next time when we go in the similar fashion, how much time we have spent the last time, right? Maybe last time we spent 10 minutes and after that we got the awareness, okay, fine, enough is enough. Next time it will not be sufficient. Next time we might end up indulging ourselves even more, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, because the dopamine wants more and more, right? It becomes it becomes numb. We become emotionally numb. Okay, this is also there in the diagram actually. What is emotional numbness actually? It says that first time when this dopamine hit, right, we are satisfied with little less, but the dopamine receptors are there. Actually, I wanted to have the diagram. Somehow I could not get the diagram in the net. I will try to create something. Imagine like these are the dopamines, okay, and the dopamine receptors are there. So when the chemicals, right, which we really want, that gets touched, then we get the feeling of pleasure. And over the period of time, more and more such kind of reaction happens and they become numb. So earlier, like a drug addict, in the beginning, that person might be satisfied with one cigarette or one drug or whatsoever, maybe one peg of whiskey or wine or whatsoever. But next time, दिल मांगे more. वो satisfy नहीं होता है, वैसे बढ़ता ही जाता है. वैसे that emotional numbness actually works in the very similar manner. in dopamine overstimulation crisis. Now let's understand what is procrastination relationship for with dopamine. This is very, very important. See, why we procrastinate? There are multiple reasons. One of the reason is when we see a work, we feel that this work is mundane. This work is not that worthy, or this work is very difficult, right? We don't feel like doing it. And why that happens? This is also one of the reason. The dopamine has been kind of hooked to do the things which gets more and more dopamine receptors. Like if I go to the Facebook and see my page, I scroll the pages of the Facebook or YouTube or whatsoever, then I get more dopamine release, and that kick जो मिलता है ना, वो kick, that kick actually our mind is looking for. So ये प्रेजेंटेशन बनाना, उससे तो कुछ डोपामाइन रिलीज नहीं होने वाला है, या फिर रिलीज भी होगा तो कम ही होगा. अब मेरा दिमाग जो है, माय माइंड इज ऑलरेडी हुक्ड और अटैच्ड और गेटिंग एक्वेंटेड टू गेट मोर डोपामाइन. तो ये छोटा मोटा डोपामाइन से कुछ होने वाला नहीं है. तो हम सोचते हैं कि अच्छा ठीक है, 5-10 मिनट देख लेता हूँ मैं और अच्छा लगेगा, फील गुड होगा, फिर आके मैं प्रेजेंटेशन बनाऊंगा या फिर कुछ कोडिंग करूंगा, जो भी है, जो भी मेरा काम है अभी. तो वो 5-10 मिनट तो 5-10 मिनट होने वाला नहीं है. सो आई होप यू पीपल आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग नाउ कि कैसे हमारे ब्रेन हुक हो जाता है, कि ट्रिक्ड हो जाता है. ये काम, जो काम एक्चुअली इंपॉर्टेंट है, वो काम हमें लगता है कि ये मंडेन काम है, ये डिफिकल्ट काम है, या फिर कुछ भी एक स्टोरी बनाएगा माइंड. बट द रियल रीजन इज वी आर नॉट गेटिंग एनफ डोपामाइन दैट आवर ब्रेन इज ऑलरेडी यूज्ड टू गेट. तो इसके लिए उसको हम बाद में टाल देते हैं, राइट? So this is one of the reason as to why we procrastinate. Doing the right thing, doing the most important thing later. And we go to the thing which actually gives us more dopamine. Now, the next one is reduce attention span. This is very straightforward. Like earlier, I think the recent study says the average attention span decreased so less, to such a lesser extent that maybe it is just 4 seconds or 5 seconds or 4 minutes. I am not very sure, actually. I am not able to remember, but it is so less. Earlier it used to be 20 minutes, then it has been reduced to 16 minutes. It has reduced, and it has been drastically reduced as of now. What is attention span? Like I am now presenting and I am completely attentive to the task that I am doing. I am not thinking anything else. If now it is very natural because I am presenting, so I have to be very attentive. But if I am doing any other task and I am able to keep my attention intact for a longer period of time, right? The longer that I can sustain, the flow state is very easy to get. And that is what actually is needed for completing any work at lesser time period. So this dopamine is actually kicking in, like with the notification or whatsoever actually it comes, and then we think that there actually we get more pleasure, and we just shift our focus, shift our attention to there. So reduce attention span is one of the things which happens. Emotional numbness we discussed, loss of motivation also we discussed. Sleep disturbance is also there. People generally these days, if I will be surprised if someone is going to bed without the mobile phone in hand. The excuse might be, okay, I have set my alarm and I might be just checking the last few important messages or something. But what exactly happens, we all know. How much of time actually we see, even for 5 to 10 minutes also, is strictly a no, because the blue light that is emitted from the mobile screen designed in such a way that it tells our brain that no, this is not the right time to sleep, this is still a day. The blue light is designed in such a way. So you won't get proper sleep, or deep sleep is not possible to attain if we are watching the screen and then immediately going to sleep. At least 1 hour of gap actually we should be maintaining. Now I know this is sounding very difficult to attain, but we can always start with 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and for 1 week, and then slowly we can increase that gap. And as we increase that gap, then the sleep disturbance thing will be kind of managed. Now let's see what is a dopamine detox. Now we are coming to the core concept, the solution part. We understood what are the difficulty that we face in our day-to-day life, and now how we can actually come out of it. That part we will understand. The definition says dopamine detox. We have already heard about sugar detox, or maybe juice detox. With juice, actually, we keep ourselves active and that detoxes our body. What is a dopamine detox? Dopamine detox is nothing but it's a temporary abstaining activity, temporarily abstaining from all activities which creates overstimulation. Okay, the brain's reward system or the dopamine, the usual way the brain is getting triggered with overflow of dopamine, that is called brain's reward system. That is called overstimulation of brain reward system. We put a conscious stop to that. The time period may be different. Based on the time period, we have 3 different type of dopamine detox mechanism that we'll discuss. But this is the concept. We consciously put a stop to all those activities which creates or stimulates more dopamine. And what is not, this is more important than understanding what is dopamine detox. Dopamine, if you are assuming that is a bad chemical or bad neurotransmitter, which is not good for us, and I will completely detox it from my brain, it is not scientifically it is proven that it is not possible. Why? Because it's a naturally occurring neurotransmitter and it is essential for motivation. It is essential for sleep, mood, and attention, everything. It is essential to create the desire to do more. So it is definitely required. Now, if we know how to regulate it and how to use it properly, then we will be using that for doing the right thing at right time and in a very quick manner. So like what matters to me at present, if I am doing that particular thing without getting distracted, then I'm done, right? I'm focused. So dopamine detox, that means it is not completely getting rid of dopamine. It is just the overstimulation mechanism that we are putting a hard stop and bringing that or resetting our brain's sensitivity. That emotional numbness we discussed, right? That numbness actually we are getting rid of. Okay, in between I'm getting some, okay, yeah. Yes, the chats also, yeah. You can also raise your hand and share if you want to share. Chats basically I'm unable to see, but yeah, you can see communicate there also, yeah. So now quickly moving ahead, what is a dopamine detox? It is, so how actually dopamine detox distracts us? Because the long-term thinking and short-term gratification we need to understand. This is also very much vital actually. The long-term thinking is very, very vital and important predictor of success. That is called vision. If I am not controlling, if I am not doing the dopamine detox in the right manner, then my long-term ability to think long-term decreases. And don't think that it is not happening. We might not be able to see the consequence in a short term, but in long run, it is happening. So another thing which is happening is like social media apps are hooking us in such a manner that we, just like a drug addict is very much addicted to the drug, and if they won't get the drug, then they become violent. Similarly, I think I have read somewhere in the newspaper that one person has kind of committed suicide because, okay, there is a very recent news of Nepal, right? Wherein actually the government banned on the mobile usage of mobile phone or the social media. I don't watch more news, so I'm not exactly remembering, but something like that happened. And how the Gen Z people have become violent and created such a huge chaos. It might be partially true, it might be some political interference also, but however, that is also another reason. So we definitely now we are understanding how it is creating a roadblock to this success if we are hooked to this short-term gratification. Short-term gratification means the thing which is creating, which is giving a hype, right, in short term, but in long run, there is no use of that particular एक्टिविटी इन लॉन्ग रन उसका कोई मतलब नहीं है तो हमें कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता बेसिकली प्लेजर है हैप्पीनेस नहीं है एंड वी आल्सो फॉरगेट द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ पेशेंस एंड कंसिस्टेंसी ओके नाउ देयर आर 3 टाइप ऑफ डोपामाइन डिटॉक्स I will be needing just 5 more minutes. I think we are getting late, but just 5 more minutes and we will do the rest of the things in the next session. So there are 3 types of dopamine detox that author has discussed in this book. One is complete detox, that is 48 hours. The second is standard detox, that is 24 hours. It's just like a package. 48 hours detox, 24-hour detox, and partial detox, that is ongoing. Okay. If so, how you should choose? You would be choosing which one that requires actually to you to understand yourself. If you are highly disciplined, strong discipline if you have, then choose the first one, the complete detox package, that is 48 hours. Completely all the sources that creates any kind of stimulation, just stop it if you have strong discipline again. And in this age, by yourself doing this 48 hours detox might be very challenging, I would say, because most of the things we do with our phone also, and staying in this environment, it is really difficult. But I would say that if you want such kind of experience, then there is a very good like avenue available. Yes, exactly. 10 days I have experienced it. It is such an awesome experience. It is, I'm really blessed that I got such a long leave, completely distraction free, or communication was not there, and still I was able to get the permission from my company. So I am really grateful for that particular time. But it is awesome experience. First 1 day or 2 day, you might feel that okay, little bit of discomfort, because there you cannot see each other also. Eye to eye communication also kind of blocked. Forget about any kind of overstimulation, right? So now come to the second way of the detox mechanism is 24 hours. It is easy because we have 2 days of holiday weekend and 1 day we can definitely do it. It will be easier if you go to another place, change the place, and your mind will be rewired. Your mind will be kind of support you, and it will be easier for you to observe the kind of detox that you want to observe. Okay, it is like removing multiple stimulation sources. Might not be full, might not be complete, but not one stimulation, but multiple stimulation. If you want to start, if you are in the beginning zone, the second one requires moderate discipline, right? But the third one requires, if you are a beginner, or if you are believing in doing slowly and see, just do a little and see how it is bringing it the difference to you, and how you are able to do it, and what are obstacles coming. Accordingly, you want to change the circumstances, then also it is possible. That is with partial detox mechanism. Here you choose only one primary distraction. One primary distraction, we all know what is that. definitely it is the mobile phone. And maybe if you want to further narrow down, then maybe you select one app in everyone's phone. Actually, there is a digital wellness component available. There you see from last 7 weeks, which is the app which took most of your time. That is the one which is creating the primary distraction. So if you want to start in the easiest possible manner, then just stop that particular app. Just create a timer and block it. Put 0 minute. So that will completely blocked. Okay, or you can create a app key, app lock, and don't give the password. Don't give the password. You tell your daughter, son, or your wife. Let them actually create the password for 7 days or for 1 day, for whichever time frame actually you want to do. So that you can choose. This is the type of dopamine detox. And the last slide for today is what to eliminate and what to embrace. This is very, very important, because why it is important, because unless until we know what to replace, we will not be able to follow. कुछ लोग बोलते हैं मेरा विल पावर इतना अच्छा है कि मैं एब्सटेन कर लेता हूँ from using this or using that. It is not a very good way of doing. You need to know what to do instead, and that journey becomes very easy if you know. So this is there in the Bhagavad Gita actually. Many things actually I'm telling which is not in the book, but definitely very much practical. In Bhagavad Gita actually, the sloka I am not able to remember, it says that if we know how to get higher test and where to get the higher test, then we easily forget the lower test, or we can actually replace the higher test with the lower test. There is a sweet called it is not rasgulla if it is something else, some lesser intense sweet, right? We call that as gulgula, if anyone understand this. So one who is habituated to eat the gulgula and never know what is the taste of rasgulla, then definitely that will continue. But till when? Till the rasgulla taste comes. So we need to know which is that rasgulla which can give us more taste. Now, in the right hand side, you see in the photo or the picture what to embrace, and believe it or not, they are also equally powerful to generate the dopamine, the healthy dopamine. The dopamine will be generated in those activities also, but to the extent it will not make us addicted. It will be generated to the extent it is good for us. And we all know what is the benefit of all those activities. Just by doing these activities, we will slowly able to replace the activity like what to eliminate, like social media, internet browsing, video games, movies, entertainment, sugar, any sugar or processed food. They are also like burger, any processed food you see, mostly you will find the name of sugar. Okay, so that's sugar in the processed food actually is kept for creating more dopamine kicks, right? Alcohol consumption or excessive phone usage, all these things we will put a stop for whatsoever time, and we will embrace contemplative work, going for a contemplative work, or doing more journaling, doing more meditation, or embracing the boredom. What is boredom? Like just don't do anything. Observe your thoughts, observe yourself, observe reflect what happened yesterday, from the last mistake that we have done, right? What is the learning that I can get, and what is the next thing that I should be doing? Visualize that. Visualize if something bad might come or something high surge of emotion arises, then how I should be tackling that particular time period or that particular event. So it is a reflection and planning, both the things we can do. When we are away from our phone, then only we can do, right? If we are continuously having the phone in hand and we are not feeling bored, or we are not giving ourselves the time to think, we are not giving the time to process the information, we are continuously taking the information only, then how it is going to help? it is going to be another burden actually if we are just taking the information but you are not implementing. That is why actually in most of my workshop I always prefer and I always give importance to the implementation. So that also we can do. We can read physical book. That is more beneficial because we are not having the option, any other option to get ourselves distracted. Many other benefits are also there, but yeah, for this discussion, actually this is more important or relevant. Then exercises, yoga, meditation. In our what do you say, like inner circle, actually we have taken each week. Actually, we are taking one practices and we together follow that. So this week actually we have taken, and that particular how actually that particular activity that we take is benefiting us and creating healthy dopamine, that also we discuss. And this week actually Milind is there, maybe he can add like how this Nadi Sodhan Pranayam, how it is going to help and how together actually we are practicing that. So that is also another thing that we can do to increase the healthy dopamine. We can also practice the awareness exercises. So these are the things that we can follow while we are in the dopamine detox period. There are more to it. For now, I am stopping the presentation and the content because giving too much of GAN is not going to be useful. Now I would like to hear the experience that or the information that you had, and what is the one thing that you want to do differently, or you want to, if you want to try out any one of the mechanism that we discussed and why we need to definitely do it, please share. And if anyone has any question, that then also you can ask.
Because you can add something? Yeah.
Sure, Milinji. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Bikash, for this today's presentation, this summary, the book you selected. Just to inform everyone that yes, we with Bikash, he conducts the reading session in the afternoon, just for 15 minutes. So recently we are finishing this particular book, Dopamine Detox, and very beautiful presentation. So in that reading session in 15 minutes, Bikash actually explains each and every line of the book, and he always come up with such a nice books which actually helps. Plus, he has the inner circle where I'm part of that particular group, because normally when we read this type of books, the question comes to us that how to implement. So actually he helps individuals. So we are the group of member inner circle there, where we address all this particular issue and actually implement. So action implementation, which is the keyword we decided at the beginning of this year, we address those. So be part of that particular reading group, just 15 minutes a day, afternoon time. And Rajeshwari's presentation, I really love the way she connected, middle class thinking. How how our family members, surroundings actually naysayers or can't do. You can't start your own business. Those type of thinking she mapped to the presentation. I love that. My common observation in both these particular books, like Gaurav also mentioned that it's a mindset, and I connect that to the atomic habit, that everything start with your identity. If you want to change anything, in the very first book I have seen, we read the book, the millionaire mindset, you know how to become millionaire. After reading that book, after 1 month of reading, people still says that I am middle class person or I'm middle class. That is not right way. Actually, you need to change your mindset and change the affirmation. After at least reading that book, you need to think and behave like a millionaire. I am a millionaire and I am distraction free. Because your body language, that is what Gaurav said. When you want to be with those five people, okay, they actually carries your vibes, your vibrations, your body language. Okay. So after reading that book, you start behaving and internalizing that you are a millionaire. Exactly the second book as well. When we read this particular dopamine detox, then we need to think that I'm out of this thing. I'm not like of the mass distraction person. Okay. So I need to set that identity. And how to set that identity? There are people here in this group in front of me who can help you, because it's one of them. Rahul also runs his group very nicely. He conducts the Pomodoro session. I've been part of that. Please take advantage of all this. These are the actually Pinaki also there. So these are all actual coaches. So no, if you have any question on this thing, go to them, ask for their help, and they will help you surely. Okay, so all these books what we are discussing is for implementation, and these people are there to help us actually. So thank you, Bikash ji, for today's suggestion, and thank you everyone for bringing such a nice group together. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Milinji. And before I forget, I must really thank from core of my heart to Milinji and Rajeshwari ji. Because of you both, actually, I got motivated to come out of only those two groups, and I thought, okay, let me also present in this group. So I will try to keep up the regularity henceforth. And thank you, Milinji, for especially
Thank you,
Milinji has
Bikash ji.
really kind of motivated. He's kind of, I think, twice or thrice by now he has already told me that, okay, why not actually we share in FELD group, because there are more intellectual people we have in this group, and definitely we can connect better. So thank you for that, Milinji.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody. Very nice session. Very
Thank you so much.
helpful. Thank you very much.
Bikash ji,
Thank
you
you
are
so
going to take the second part next week, yeah?
Yes.
Awesome.
Second part is even more interesting. But before that, I would definitely want at least try for maybe 1 or 2 hours of detox that we discussed. We discussed like the process also, what to do, what not to do. We'll go deeper into that. But once you do something and once you see, observe your mind, how actually your mind is saying when we are getting rid of the things that is actually causing the overstimulation, we'll take those experiences and then we'll do the next session. Yes, Pinaki ji.
Thank you, Vikash. Actually, this is the need of time.
Exactly. Very much true. Mental health is the actual need of the time.
Exactly.
And this is what actually is the starting tipping point. And
So
we can
grateful
definitely bring a difference.
Grateful to you for this wonderful session. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you very much, Rekha ji. Yeah.
You know, एक चीज तो साफ हो गया
हाँ,
कि प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन हो गया, रिड्यूस्ड अटेंशन स्पैन हो गया, इमोशनल नंबनेस हो गया, लॉस ऑफ मोटिवेशन हो गया, स्लीप डिस्टरबेंस हो गया। इन सब चीज का जड़ एक ही है ना?
मोबाइल।
उस जड़ को अगर आप संभाल लोगे, that that beautiful neurotransmitter called dopamine, अगर उसको
Dopamine,
आपने
yeah.
संभाल लिया ना, you can be free from all these diseases.
उस जड़ को हेल्दी रखना है हमने एक्चुअली, डिजीज नहीं लगने देना उस जड़ में, ये है डोपामिन।
So the point is that if dopamine is behind all these chronic diseases, the only thing that you need to do is to focus on managing your dopamine. You don't need any other medications. अगर आप देखेंगे जितने भी, see, I'm just getting into the other side of the research. I've done a lot of study on this. So the other side of the research says that all these medicines that we have for BP, for blood sugar levels, yeah, all these medicines जो है, जिसको हम medical medicines बोलते हैं, इनका fundamental activity जो है, अगर आप अगर थोड़ा सा इसके बारे में पता करें तो आप देखना, just to control your dopamine levels in your blood. You know, all these medicines that you are taking for all these chronic illnesses, all the chronic conditions, most of these like depression medicines जो हैं, pills जो हैं, anxiety pills जो है, इसका main objective है उस dopamine को control करना. Because as Vikash was saying in the very first slide, probably the second slide, what dopamine is, it only impacts your wants. तो आपका wants के levels को बढ़ा देता है. 10 रुपए मिल गया तो 12 चाहिए, 12 मिल गया तो 15 चाहिए, 15 मिल गया तो 18 चाहिए. अब 18 मिल गया तो एक दिन झड़ास हुआ, वो 18 से 12 पे आ गया. Now you are wondering what to do now. Now you are wanting something else. Now what is that other want is, अभी मेरे को और पैसा कमाना नहीं है. And now I'm doing everything. जहाँ पे मेरे को पैसा कमाने का opportunity मिल रहा है, I'm saying no, I don't want that. I don't. This is also dopamine effect. So the core of dopamine effect is all about what you want. उस wants को कभी-कभी क्या कर, this dopamine converts into a need. And when it converts into a need, then you are trapped. You have to catch yourself that whatever you're working on or whatever you're getting motivated, these are all motivations. Motivate to do good things, motivate to do not so good things, motivate to do healthy things, motivate not to do healthy things. Whether it is physical, emotional, or mental. You only need to focus on. I am telling you real time effect of doing this. Just ask yourself, do you want it or need it? If you really want to control, regulate that dopamine thing, this is the most effective starting point. Just ask yourself, do you want it or you need it? Many times we can't even identify कि ये मेरा want level पे है need level पे. When it goes into the need level, then you become a victim, you are trapped. और आपको पता तक नहीं चलता आपको कि you are already trapped. Okay, so that's all I have to share to add to what Bikash was talking about.
Very true. Earlier, it used to be called as lifestyle disease. Now, unfortunately, that has become so intense that we are calling them as chronic disease.
Yes. So the starting point is just ask yourself whether it is a want or it's a need for yourself.
Yes.
अगर आपको पता चल गया कि ये मेरा नीड पे कन्वर्ट हो चुका है, आपको खाली उसको वांट लेवल पे लेके जाना है. That's it. रेगुलेट करके डोपामिन, फिर तब डोपामिन आएगा बॉडी में. So this is a starting point, and it can actually create magic in your life. Just differentiating between is it in my want stage or needs. Need अगर हो गया, then you are a victim. You are completely trapped. फिर आप किसी का नहीं सुनोगे.
Exactly.
I can take a whole session on this, but this is a very good starting point. You just catch yourself. And this dopamine effect works everywhere, in your workplace, in your office, with like it works maximum with the students. Student के life में dopamine effect, it's an extremely high level. And they think everything that they don't want to do, they convert it into a need, and then they do it. आप उसको मना करोगे जितना, उतना उसको want से need पे लेके चला जाएगा. फिर आपसे छुपा के करेगा. That's how we learn how to smoke. Teachers don't teach you how to smoke. Neither your parents teach you how to smoke. You learn smoking in school, from school friends. अपने ही क्लास के बच्चों से आप सीखते हो how to smoke a cigarette, how to smoke a बीड़ी. ये कोई सिखाता नहीं. अब जिसके लिए वो want है, वो फिर भी सिगरेट पीता रहेगा. जिसके लिए वो need है, जिसके लिए वो need है, वो फिर भी पीता रहेगा. जिसके लिए want है, at least he can choose whether I should go ahead or not. So de-addiction is a process which starts with just identifying कि मैंने इसको मेरा need में convert करके रखा है या want में convert. It is still in my want stage. If it is in need, you just push it to want, and then want से आप उसको कुछ और में भी push कर सकते हो. Push बोलो, pull बोलो, जो भी बोलो. Catch yourself कि have you converted into a need or converted into a want. है ना, हम बोलते हैं कि यार घर जाके मेरे को और कुछ नहीं करना है. I just want to watch TV and watch newspaper and watch news channels. It's not a want anymore. If you have got addicted to it, you have already converted that want into a need. कि मुझे चाहिए, I need it. नहीं तो मैं relax नहीं feel करता.
Yes.
So relax yourself. Converted that want into a need, and now you don't even know that you are addicted to it, and the dopamine is playing those classic roles.
Very true.
That need becomes your greed.
आगे चल के कुछ भी होता है.
हाँ,
That is the point. You just need to catch कि ये मेरा need है या मेरा want है. If you are unable to do away with it, it's definitely a need.
Want and need.
It's definitely. See, बच्चों का performance भी उसी के ऊपर depend करता है. Some students, you will find that they are not performing. All of a sudden you discover that, oh my God, now they are performing. वो want से need में convert हो गए, now they are performing. जब तक वो want level पे चलो चले करे ना करे, हमारे जिंदगी में भी वही हो रहा है. Whatever, wherever things are not working for you, you will say, I want to get this. But if you have not converted into a need, तो आपका dopamine level उस level पे काम ही नहीं कर रहा है. So that it actually motivates you, inspires you, encourages you to do that. वो self regulated है. Self regulated want stage में है. वो नीड स्टेज में आया ही नहीं, so you are, it's not attracting your attention to work on it, to do it.
अभी किसकी सुने, राजेश्वरी की सुने कि विकास जी की सुने? दोनों सब्जेक्ट से
There is a linking between both. If I understood correctly, I think about mindset you talked, right, Rajeshwari ji?
Yes,
So,
it was the booklet,
अभी मेरा तो
billionaire mindset.
राजेश्वरी
Yes.
पहले लिखा था दिस इज अ बिलियनियर बुकलेट, फिर उसको पता चली
हाँ, राजेश्वरी ने पहले गाजर दिखा दी है।
then she corrected. So dopamine was so impactful that millionaire became billionaire. फिर वो जब थोड़ा सा नीचे आया तो she corrected it.
और जो
दोनों ने
ओवर स्टिमुलेशन है उसको रेगुलेट करना है, एंड हेल्दी डोपामाइन से हमें प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन को हटाना है, तभी हम मिलियनियर बन सकेंगे। अगर हम वो चीज नहीं
बैलेंस
कर
होना
पाते
चाहिए
जिससे हम मिलियनियर
डोपामिन का,
बने।
I was
बैलेंस।
just thinking कि बैलेंस इज द बेस्ट थिंग इन योर लाइफ। जितना
यस
आप
यस।
और
डोपामिन के बिना भी लाइफ नहीं है,
let
डोपामिन
me
के बिना कोई लाइफ नहीं है।
Sumedha ma'am, let me give you another beautiful word instead of balance. Probably I shared it in one of our previous sessions also. Harmony.
हार्मनी, हार्मनी,
हार्मनी, ऑफ कोर्स
हमें बैलेंस नहीं चाहिए, हमें खाली हार्मनी चाहिए। ये भी
हार्मनी
चाहिए, वो भी चाहिए,
करेक्ट,
लेकिन दोनों को
हार्मनी चाहिए।
हार्मोनियसली मेंटेन करना है। Dopamine helps you in just that, to maintaining that harmony.
ओवर एनीथिंग ओवर इज किलिंग।
Yeah,
अगर
it's
कोई
not
अमृत
about
भी ज्यादा
work-life
ले ले
balance. It's
तो भी
work-life harmony.
यस,
हाँ
वर्क लाइफ
तो भी वो पॉइजन बन जाता है। इसीलिए हमें ये पता रहना चाहिए कि डोपामाइन कितना हद तक कहाँ पे हमें हेल्पफुल होता है और कहाँ पे हेल्पफुल नहीं होता है। उसको वो लेवल में पहुंचने तक हमें पहले अपने आप को ओवर स्टिमुलेशन से बचाना है। वो हैबिचुअल पैटर्न जो है उसको तोड़ना है, उसको उसमें एक लंबा एक गहरा ब्रेक लगाना है। देन ओनली वी कैन एक्चुअली कम टू दी हार्मनी और द बैलेंस स्टेट दैट वी आर टॉकिंग।
और उसके लिए हमेशा अपने को आत्मनिरीक्षण करना बहुत जरूरी रहता है कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं। जब वो करना एक बार आ जाता है ना, तो बहुत सारी चीजें लाइन में आ जाती हैं, दे टेक देयर ओन प्लेस।
And one more thing, we need to choose whether it is giving negative pleasure or positive pleasure.
Yes.
That is must.
If it is giving if it
Pleasure
is
कभी
a
negative और
happiness,
positive नहीं होता, pleasure ही होता है।
हाँ,
It
pleasure
is
is
like
generally
bank
short term.
deposit, bank deposit,
Happiness,
and negative pleasure is like withdrawal of money, money withdrawal.
नहीं, वो भी पॉजिटिव ही है। Every behavior has a positive intention. So pleasure can never be negative. Pleasure is always positive. पैसा निकालने में
maybe she
मजा
wants
आ
to
रहा
say
है, तभी
happiness and
आप निकाल
pleasure.
रहे हो ना।
Yes.
अगर कुछ short term gratification आता है, then it has its own importance, but we are now overhyping that. So that is why we are only confining ourselves, all our activity to get short term gratification.
जंक फूड खाना भी एक प्लेजर है, मतलब ये
हाँ, प्लेजर है,
negative-
हैप्पीनेस तो है नहीं। खा लिया उसके बाद डकार आएगी, गैस बनेगी, ये सब होगा, उसका नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट दिखेगा।
Yes, yes, yes. It is
तो
negative.
लॉन्ग रन में जो हमें प्लेजर देता है, लॉन्ग रन में जो हैप्पीनेस देता है, उसको हमें चूज करना है। उसके लिए क्या करना है, दैट इज व्हाट एक्चुअली दैट इंटेंशन, दैट अवेयरनेस इज रिक्वायर्ड। देयर एक्चुअली we need to differentiate which is pleasure, short term gratification, and long term gratification which gives us
Short-term
real
and
happiness. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Better
कल सुबह
short-term
7
and
बजे मैं एक सेशन ले रहा हूँ, how to ask the art and science of asking relevant questions. उसमें सब आ जाएगा।
कल अटेंड करते हैं ये।
उसका अटेंड करो।
So I think Gaurav ji has actually raised his hand. Gaurav ji, you want to share something?
No, only one thing. इतने गोल्डन नगेट्स मिल रहे थे तो मैंने इसलिए हाथ नीचे कर लिया था। ओके, सो मेरा पॉइंट एक ही था कि इफ यू नोटिस दीज डेज मैक्सिमम आइडियाज आर कमिंग व्हेन वी आर डूइंग ब्रश, टूथपेस्ट जब यूज करते हैं, ब्रश करते हैं, या फिर वी आर टेकिंग द बाथ। दीज आर द ओनली टू प्लेसेस इवन आई एम गेटिंग ऑल आइडियाज, क्योंकि इसके अलावा तो बाकी टाइम मोबाइल होता है हमारे पास। तो कहते ना, नहाते टाइम अब यूज नहीं कर सकते, मोबाइल गीला हो जाएगा। So I was
वो
neglecting.
स्टिमुलेशन जोन में रहते हैं उस टाइम में। या
तो ये मैंने
बोल रहे हैं।
अब तो
जितना टाइम हम घर में रहते हैं मोबाइल के साथ होते हैं, जितना टाइम हम घर में रहते हैं मोबाइल के साथ होते हैं, एक्सेप्ट नहाना खाना।
Washroom is a place to wash.
हाँ,
तो वहां पे सिर्फ बॉडी का वॉश नहीं होता, दिमाग का भी वॉशिंग होती है।
Yes. वही है, थोड़ा तो आएगा जस्ट रिफ्लेक्टिंग की रियली कितना डिफिकल्ट हो गया कंट्रोल
Because
करना खुद
you
को।
know, washroom is almost like a worship room. You know, you stay completely disconnected from the world out. No distraction, nothing. लोगों को पता भी है कि यहाँ पे बाथरूम है, इसको डिस्टर्ब नहीं करने का।
I
Till
have
you
another
come out
point.
of
Actually, it
the
is not. It is
nobody is
partially
going to
true.
disturb you.
Maybe it is
हाँ
partially true because your mind is still thinking and it is going to overthinking mode. If you are not knowing how to direct your mind, how to direct your thoughts, how to remain calm, okay, your mind will actually not leave you there.
Yes.
So this is an
You
art
need to be
actually.
mindful.
Yes, this
yes.
is an art actually. Mindfulness is an art, and the more we practice, the easier we can be in that state. And then actually it is a perfect what do you say, like kind of
Sure. And
state.
second,
Yeah.
second point to add, even when if by chance अपना मोबाइल भूल जाए घर में और नीचे चले जाए वॉक पे, वो
अच्छा है,
अमेजिंग एक्सपीरियंस होता है। अगर कोई मिले ना, कोई नेबर वेबर ना टकराए, तब आप अपने साथ जो टाइम बिताते हैं, आई थिंक दैट इज अ वंडरफुल टाइम।
Yeah.
contemplative walking. We have
That's
just
हाँ
in one
mindfulness.
slide I have mentioned this.
Yeah.
ओके
Again,
जब भी
answering the same question: Do I need it or do I want it?
बिना कि मैं जब नीचे वॉक के लिए जाती हूँ ना शाम को या सुबह, आई डोंट कैरी माई मोबाइल एट ऑल।
Because you want it, you don't need it. So
आई
since I don't
डोंट
need it, I can keep it. I can keep it away.
मैं तो
बिल्कुल।
बिल्कुल नहीं रखती। मैंने तो अपना टाइम फिक्स किया हुआ, इस टाइम पे मोबाइल यूज करना ही नहीं है। मॉर्निंग में तो 2 घंटा बिल्कुल नहीं। बट कल 7 बजे वाले सेशन में करूंगी। उसमें
इतनी
करूंगी।
जल्दी मन बदल गया ना।
नहीं, कल वो सैटरडे तो मेरा फिक्स ही रहता है। मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम मैं ये 7 वाला करती हूँ, अदरवाइज मेरा नहीं होता। 6 to 8,
बस
5 to 8।
संडे का आई गॉट हुक टू
विच रेखा
पिनाकी
जी,
जी, थैंक्स।
विच सेशन 7 AM?
ये सैटरडे से SOS वाला
ऐसे ना, हाँ सेम है फिर तो। मैं भी वहीं रहता हूँ हमेशा सैटरडे।
नाकी का है तो कैसे मिस कर सकते हैं।
मैडम, मैम आपके
100%।
पास लिंक है? मैम आपके पास लिंक है एसओएस का सेशन का, शिवानी का भी सेशन?
नहीं
मैं आपको
पता नहीं
भेज
मुझे।
He is shared in the field group.
वो क्या हो जाता
मैम
ना
तो वहाँ
पिनाकी, मॉर्निंग को अभी मैं संडे को कैसे भी करके आगे पीछे सारा कर लेती हूँ, तो बाकी दिन आई नीड 2 hours in the morning for myself, right? Whatever time I get up, 4:35, 5:36, at least 2.5 hour I need for myself. वो
Okay,
नहीं
so
होता ना
tomorrow
तो
you'll get up at 4:30 or 4:45. You'll get 2 hours before 7 o'clock.
But anyway, it was very nice to listen to Bikash today, and first time I heard him today. So
हाँ,
विकास जी बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे सुन
Thank
के
you.
सब चीजें। थैंक यू सो मच एंड थैंक यू
Thank you
एवरीबडी।
so much. Thank you,
Thank you
thank
so much, Baji.
thank you.
अभी मुझे सोचना पड़ेगा राजेश्वरी को सुने के कुछ और सोचे कि आई हैव नेवर वर्कड इन माय लाइफ, आई हैव जस्ट स्पेंड अ ब्यूटीफुल लाइफ एज ए हाउसवाइफ एंजॉयिंग माय सेल्फ। तो वो पैसे वाली बात मेरे दिमाग में ना जाती है ना आती है, तो आई जस्ट एंजॉय स्पेंडिंग द मनी।
you.
आप अपने
कोई
लिए
भी
प्रोजेक्ट क्रिएट कीजिए और फिर उसके लिए फंड रेज कीजिए, देन यू डोंट नीड द
नहीं,
मनी।
मेरा
फिर
जो
आपको
कर रही
पैसा
हूँ,
कमाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी।
मैं जो कर रही हूँ ना, इट्स वन ऑफ द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल थिंग, बस यू नो दैट। So that gives me so much of happiness and everything you name.
Okay, guys, thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Good night. Make your weekend
Wonderful
amazing.
session. Thank you so much, everyone.
See you tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Thank you all. Thank you for being such a patient listener. I think already about to be 2 hours. So our group has
Yes.
very good attention span. Really
Sure.
liked it. Thank you all. Bye.